This is not a pond. This is not a still lake. What I'm in, it used to be a road. Antonio Taylor stood in the back of the bank, possibly as a lookout, as his cousin passed a demand note to the teller in a crime investigators call a note job. We're following breaking news tonight from Ozaukee County. It was a year of foreclosures, bailouts, and plenty of pain at the pump. The business was broken into by a bolt cutter. The lock clipped right off. Bostwick's tried to fool the system by collecting his mail, then signing and sending registry information back to the state. Sheriff's deputies tell us they're not familiar with the man at the center of this standoff and tell us he has no criminal record. I've referred to this in the past as the Jeremy Ross wind measurer thingamajiggy 6000. Certainly not high tech, but it demonstrates the kind of wind we're seeing out here. All the parties are pretty much on the same page. I'm apparently making lots of friends out here. Thanks, man. We're live at Summerfest. Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News.
And I heard 5 different gunshots, heavier than fireworks. Bang, bang, and then bang, bang, bang.
The sounds of gunfire were eventually drowned out by the call, officers down.
And they're both in pretty bad condition. You know, a lot of blood, a lot of kicking and screaming from them.
2 police officers assigned to the 2nd District stopped a suspicious individual for questioning.
The officers stopped a man on a bicycle?
Yes, sir.
Without provocation, he drew a weapon and shot both officers before they had an opportunity to draw their weapons.
Sounded like almost like Vietnam years ago.
The suspect fled the scene.
But before the massive police response, the K-9 units, dozens of officers on foot, some with assault rifles, some on horseback, someone needed to tend to the wounded police officers.
Peek my head out and I see all these cops converging on the scene.
They were working on the one officer desperately.
As soon as I got to the scene, I told them, hey, I'm an EMT, let me help out.
Tom Aldana went from his job on 2nd Street to the job of life-saving.
I got gloves from one of the officers, and right away I started applying pressure to the gunshot wounds.
He stood by until emergency workers got to the crime scene.
As soon as the fire department got there, we were able to get a hold of some occlusive dressings and seal those wounds more adequately.
Police say within an hour of the gunfire, officers with guns drawn located the man responsible for the shooting near 3rd and Walker.
A coordinated area search has produced a suspect and has produced a weapon. We're treating this as an attempt homicide investigation. We believe we have the right man.
Police Chief Ed Flynn tells us the man in custody does have a criminal record with the Milwaukee Police Department. Tonight he is under special guard at the city jail. In Milwaukee, if you fail to shovel your sidewalks, you could get a ticket. But imagine for a moment if this is how you viewed your world. Blurry, fuzzy, nearly impossible to see. From that perspective, an unpaved sidewalk could prove dangerous. Trudging through the snow, braving the icy winds, winter conditions posing difficulty for some. The building snow piles proved to be a barrier for others.
Just piled up too high right there.
But the challenges and concerns are different for Troy Hergert.
I have retinitis pigmentosa, or RP for short.
He's living with a degenerative eye disease allowing him little to no sight.
I'm legally blind, have been for 30 years.
His cane serves as his sense of vision, but in these conditions, that sense is dulled.
I'm having to dig in and find, okay, I'm still on cement. Over here, okay, I find some grass, so I'm going to try to follow that.
Waving his cane back and forth, Hergert distinguishes paved sidewalks from unpaved areas, but where the walk is washed out by inches of snow.
And aha, okay, found something. Sign, garbage can, a parking block. Okay, now I know I'm on the path, but again, this is a treacherous spot because I cannot use any of my proper techniques. For 24 hours, we expect when snow falls, it's going to be an issue. It's no one's fault. But within 24 hours, residents and businesses are supposed to clear their sidewalks.
Sometimes passage is also prevented by plows.
Now I have to get up this curb, and I don't feel any way to do that. It doesn't seem like, it seems like the plow has made a little bit of a mess, or left a little bit, so I'm looking for a way to get up. And finally, I might just give up and I'm just gonna climb in.
For people with visual and other physical impairments, the weather can pose risks.
The snow is still falling, so I'm taking a chance.
But sometimes in the snow, simple victories are uncovered.
Aha, I find a shoveled spot, finally.
Patches of plowed pavement, some take for granted.
Just please shovel.
You might call this place
A couple thousand different characters.
a superhero storage space.
700,000 plus comics. Popular superheroes, you could look at Batman, Spider-Man, Superman.
Superheroes do great things.
They're able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
He flies off of the back porch.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive.
He's always been a superhero to us.
With a quick change, this 4-year-old golden retriever goes from canine to Cape Crusader, a purebred blur of gold, a flash of fur you won't find at any comic book stores.
Come.
Though you might say he was born to wear a costume.
The Comet Dog actually is his full name on his birth certificate.
Like every good superhero, the Comet Dog has an important origin story.
It really is a story about anybody who's missing someone they love.
It's a universal truth. Missing someone is hard.
Comet's owner, Bill McGinnis, was looking for a way to deal with life while his long-term girlfriend, Juliana Olson, was in Iraq working as a nurse practitioner.
Certainly never had anybody depart my life through the military.
Balad, Iraq is the hub of all ill and injured transport.
The long hours, the dangerous conditions.
And it's my responsibility to not only receive them, stabilize them, but then also prep them for flight.
Her efforts help save lives, but never enough. Olson recalls one case where a military canine died.
But he defended his owner, his handler, and lost his life as a four-legged veteran and saved the life of his owner.
A moment shaking the foundation of even the toughest citizen soldier.
We're all fighting for our country, but fighting day to day, we're fighting for the people next to us. You know, you're not thinking about yourself, you think about those around you, and you think about your buddy.
I don't think any of us can relate to what they go through over there.
In an effort to keep her connected to friends and family, Guinness gave his dog a super makeover.
Good time.
That gave rise to an online comic book.
The name of the book is The Adventures of the Comet Dog. Missing someone is hard.
He posted pictures of Comet in his super threads and began typing up a story of comfort for Olson, read in between all the casualties.
Oh, it helps you escape, because with all the bad in life, there's also a lot of good.
Kind of digital coping mechanism meant for her eyes, and then the eyes of her fellow airmen and soldiers.
I'm like, you have to come see this.
And eventually, people they've never met.
I'd get emails from mothers who were reading the stories to their children.
Come on, Comet.
Including families coping with loved ones in harm's way.
Just heartwarming to hear the impact that Comet was able to have in their lives.
The Comet Dog has no super abilities.
Laser eye beams, cape mask.
No special powers.
Cold breath.
But he's still a superhero to many.
His biggest super ability is comfort.
He loves to bring joy to people.
I think everybody has that ability to be that way.
A comic book kind of canine.
Out of 40?
Not sold in stores.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Tonight on Fox 6 News at 10, a fight, a collision, and a man is dead. Months after their loss, there is grief and anger. Tonight, two families, dozens of friends and loved ones honored the memories of two victims, both killed by a man they say was drunk behind the wheel. It is a big step for the Catholic Church as it delivers a strong message. Fox's Casey Stiegel with the latest. Some suggest it is a good idea. Others say it's harmful, want it stopped. It is the debate over fluoride added to drinking water. Fox's Douglas Kennedy has both sides. A Milwaukee nonprofit celebrates 20 years with an open house. Today, Delphi House showed off renovations for a home created to help foster children. The group's goal is to keep siblings together and under the same roof. She used her skills as a turkey hunter to say, bye-bye, birdie.
Yeah, Mom, but it's like...
You make the call, they'll come out apparently. Eventually, a garbage can and lampshade were used to shoo the turkey out.
I've got the lampshade, but I don't have the turkey call.
I think the question is, how does Vince like his turkey leftovers?
I'm a vegetarian, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess not at all.
Not at all, exactly.